Hello guys. Welcome back to Shally-Entertainment. On today's video I'll be recommending 10 dramas starring Young-Kwang. Born in 1987, the Korean actor began his career as a model, and went on to make his debut in 2008. The following are his best dramas. 1. The Secret Life of My Secretary. The 2019 romantic comedy tells the story of a cold-hearted CEO who is getting to know who are his real friends and foes after losing his ability to recognize faces. He teams up with his secretary to try and solve the mystery while falling in love with her. The drama will also focus on the romance between Min-Yik, who doesn't even respect his parents, and his hot-tempered secretary who falls in love with him while deceiving him. Young-Kwang is just a mere secretary who always acts in a passive, calm, and gentle way. Min-Ik, who suffers from face blindness, mistakes her for Veronica, a charming and influential figure in the filming industry, and falls in love with her. Gogh starts to pretend to be Veronica, and as time passes, even she gets confused about who she really is. 2. Mission Possible. Mission Possible is an action comedy that aired back in 2021. It's a feel-good action comedy that just hits the spot. The plot might seem typical, a spy mission gone wrong. However, the writing is pretty hilarious. An agent from China's Ministry of State Security mistakes an owner of a private investigator agency as an IS agent, and offers him 10 million won if he will work with her. Afterwards, the two begin to investigate a large-scale gun smuggling case between China and Korea. 3. Call It Love. Call It Love is an ongoing melodrama starring Lee Sung-kyung and Young-Kwang. Now living a miserable life, Woo-Ju's life hits rock bottom when she learns about her father's infidelity. After her father's death, she is kicked out of her family home by her father's mistress. Woo-Ju plans to take revenge, but her plans start to fail when she falls in love with Dong-jin, the son of the mistress of her late father. The romantic melodrama depicts the story of the two, who, exhausted from their harsh reality, begin to understand each other with new emotions and find themselves gradually changing. 4. D-Day. D-Day is a medical drama that aired in 2015. It's a story about rescue workers and emergency medical doctors in Seoul, where natural disasters and catastrophes immobilize the whole city. When an earthquake strikes Seoul, doctors and rescue workers struggle to save the lives of the victims. Hae-sung is a surgeon who is transferred from one of the best hospitals in Seoul to a rundown hospital with no ER. Meanwhile, a sinkhole appears in Seoul followed by a big earthquake that blocks all access to the city, causing phones, electricity, and water to not function. Hae-sung teams up with Domi to treat people, but soon medicine starts to run out. 5. The Man Living in Our House. The romantic comedy drama was adapted from a webtoon in 2019. Hong Nari is a proud flight attendant, who suffers a series of misfortunes after her mother passes away, and then she discovers that her longtime fiancé is cheating on her with a fellow flight attendant. To get her mind off her troubles, Nari returns to her mother's home, only to find a handsome young man living in her mother's house and running her mother's dumpling restaurant. Incredulously, Nan-gil tells Nari that he is her father, having married her mother before she passed away. Meanwhile, Young-Kwang is a wealthy businessman who wants to help Nari reclaim her mother's property so that he can develop the land. Can he help Nari prove that Nan-gil is a lying swindler? 6. Hello Me. The fantasy romantic comedy aired in 2021 and follows the life of a single 37-year-old woman. Hani holds a temporary position at work, which makes her nervous that she might get fired. She one day meets her enthusiastic, passionate and fearless 17-year-old self. Her younger self is totally different from her older self. The younger Ban Han-yi is bright and optimistic. It's a simple, charming, light drama with such deep meaning. Young-Kwang plays the drama's male lead and Hani's romantic interest. 7. Guardians. The Guardians is an action thriller which follows a group of people who share in common the fact that they have lost loved ones to crime. They monitor criminals 24 hours a day and rescue potential victims before the crime is committed. They also embarrass corrupt state prosecutors and make sure that criminals are punished for their crimes. This TV show illustrates the current society where the simple rule of going to jail if you break the law no longer applies to those in power. Illustrating the tragic lives of the Watchmen group, who channel their anger and grief into fighting for justice, the Guardians will have stylistic action scenes and a thrilling plot. Kim Young-Kwang's character was super complex, and had many layers in the drama. 8. Hot Young Bloods. Hot Young Bloods is set within the early 1980s in Gyeonggi, South Korea. The movie depicts the rivalries, friendships and secret crushes held by students at a high school in Gyeonggi. Young-Suk is the feared leader of a female gang at the high school. Although she is known for her toughness, she has a secret crush on Joon-gil. Meanwhile, Joon-gil attempts to woo all the girls at his high school except for Young-Suk, as she dating the most feared gangster in the school. Joon-gil instantly falls in love with a beautiful new female transfer student, who moved from Seoul. While Young-Suk attempts to prevent the new girl from encroaching on her secret crush, trouble also brews for Joon-gil. 9. Plus 9 Boys. The romantic comedy series is about 4 males who each confront different challenges in love and work at the cusp of a new decade in their lives. Kang Jin-gu is 29 years old. He is a tour planner for a large vacation travel agency, and he's self-assured, good at his job, and popular with women. But he starts having to reevaluate his whole future when he falls into a one-sided love for the first time in his life. Jin-gu almost confesses his romantic feelings for his friend and co-worker Ma Se-young, who's from a small town. But apart from his fear of being rejected, Jin-gu learns that his stoic best friend also likes Se-young. 10. Gogh, the Starry Night. At 29 years old, Gogh faces the struggles of the modern-day woman, namely the struggles to succeed in work and romance in the 21st century. An advertisement contractor who is unlucky in love, Gogh works hard to be successful with her career, and only thinks of romance as an afterthought. But one day, an old flame turns up, taking on the role of her new boss, and suddenly it seems like every man is looking her way. Will the dust settle long enough for her to make the right romantic choices? Despite the tough exterior of Kim Young-Kwang's character in the web drama, Gogh, the Starry Night, he totally redeemed himself when we found out that he was actually secretly in love with Gogh for several years. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit the subscribe button for more movies and drama recommendations.